Bill Gates, from computer prodigy to business titan and philanthropic pioneer reshaping the world. Chapter 1: Rise to prominence early in life. In the basement of Seattle's Lakeside School, 13-year-old Bill Gates first touched an ASR-33 teletype machine. This bulky device, connected via telephone line to a distant General Electric mainframe, hummed with what felt like a revelation to the young Gates. When his fingers typed the first basic command and received a response, an unprecedented sense of control overwhelmed him. He and his best friend, Paul Allen, became obsessed, often skipping classes to program, even getting temporarily banned for overusing school computer resources. This rebellious, almost hacker-like phase became his initiation into understanding the soul of computing. When Allen burst into Gates' dorm waving an issue of Popular Electronics featuring the Altair 8800 microcomputer, Gates instantly sensed a seismic shift. Personal computers were no longer science fiction but destined for every home. He took his first major gamble, calling Altair's manufacturer, MITS, to claim he'd developed a basic language for the machine, despite not having written a single line of code. The following weeks turned his Harvard dorm into a war room. Gates and Allen coded and debugged non-stop, finally completing 25,000 lines of code just before the deadline. When Allen loaded the punched paper tape into the Altair in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the program miraculously ran, Microsoft's foundation was laid. Gates dropped out of Harvard, chasing this new frontier. To him, a degree paled against the unfolding digital revolution. Chapter 2: Zenith of Success. When IBM decided to enter the personal computer market and needed an operating system, Gates made a move that altered tech history. Though Microsoft had no OS, he boldly signed IBM's contract, then acquired QDOS, later MS-DOS, from Seattle Computer Products for $50,000. This masterstroke of business acumen made Microsoft the brain supplier for the IBM PC. With genius foresight, Gates insisted on retaining the right to license MS-DOS to other hardware makers. As IBM-compatible clones flooded the market, MS-DOS became the industry standard. Microsoft now owned the oil pipeline of the digital age, with licensing fees fueling its burgeoning empire. When Apple's revolutionary Macintosh with its graphical interface took the world by storm, Gates saw not just competition but the inevitable future. He immediately launched the Windows project, yet the first version, Windows 1.0, flopped. Facing skepticism, Gates displayed ironclad resolve. He poured massive resources into continuous iterations, enduring years of losses. Windows 3.0's 1990 release finally ignited the market, selling 10 million copies in 2 years. Then came 1995's global phenomenon, Windows 95, cementing Microsoft's dominance and ushering in an era defined by the Start menu on desktops worldwide. As Netscape Navigator spread like wildfire, Gates realized Microsoft risked missing the Internet wave. In May 1995, he issued his famous Internet Tidal Wave memo, pivoting the company's focus to the web overnight. With ruthless efficiency, Microsoft developed Internet Explorer and bundled it freely with Windows. This first browser war ended with IE's dominance but entangled Microsoft in protracted, painful antitrust lawsuits due to its aggressive tactics. Chapter 3: Dedicate to Public Welfare. Conversations with his father about wealth's responsibilities and his mother's dying wish for philanthropy planted seeds in Gates' mind. Reading works like The Challenge of World Poverty, and especially witnessing disease and poverty firsthand with his wife Melinda in Africa, catalyzed a profound shift. He understood that the true value of billions lay in its power to change the world. In 1994, he established the William H. Gates Foundation, later the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, making it his life's core mission thereafter. Gates infused his philanthropy with the same strategic precision and data-driven rigor he applied to business. The foundation operates like a giant social problem-solving lab: Global Health, invested billions in vaccine R&D, propelled the Global Alliance for Vaccines and Immunization, Gavi, and brought the world to the brink of eradicating polio, funded new malaria drugs and mosquito nets, dramatically reducing death rates. Agricultural development, funded drought and flood-resistant supercrops, benefiting millions of smallholder farmers in Africa. Education reform, pioneered data-driven, effective teaching strategies in U.S. schools, challenging traditional models. He immersed himself personally, visiting epidemic zones, studying technical reports with scientists, and evaluating projects with investor-like discipline to maximize the leverage of every dollar. Final chapter, take stock of his life. Bill Gates' legend is still unfolding. Starting from a school basement, his unparalleled vision and obsessive execution built the digital bedrock of the modern world through operating systems. Then, at the peak of his career, he harnessed the same scientific rigor and strategic thinking to turn wealth into a weapon against humanity's oldest enemies, disease and poverty. Gates' dual legacy, a digital civilization connected by Windows, and a healthier, fairer global landscape shaped by his foundation, proves that when cutting-edge intellect meets profound human compassion, the power to reshape the world's trajectory is unleashed. His story is a grand epic of technological ambition, business genius, and humanitarian awakening.